My name is Bert Kammerer.
We're doing the Mini Comet. Beautiful helicopter.
What's your name?
Nice
My name is
fuselage.
Bert Kammerer.
Fuselage.
Ow! Hit my head.
Hi everybody, Bert Kammerer,
And I'm Kyle Stacy.
and today we're going to talk about the Mini Comet from SAB.
Yep, this little guy's available end of the month. Where can they get it actually?
They can get it from SAB USA or any of the dealers in the United States or worldwide. And it's an awesome machine. We're going to talk a little bit about its features, its price, what's so special about it, and give you a full overview about it.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so this is the BK Design / SAB USA headquarters. So welcome to our little shop here. So let's get into the Mini Comet. So what is so cool about this machine? First of all, it's the smallest, I would call it modular machine in its class, meaning it's got a module that drops into this beautiful carbon fiber fuselage. It's great for 3D, it's great for sport flying, it's great for speed flying if you're into speed flying. Good way to practice speed flying as well. 280 millimeter blades. So pretty much the smallest full carbon fiber fuselage machine coming to the market, no doubt about it. As you look into the internals here, this big module here, you have your rotor head, your servo mounts, your motor mount, your ESC mount. All this stuff basically drops into this nice carbon fiber fuselage, and it attaches to it with 4 bolts, and you're good to go. Beauty of that is you have a hard crash, it's very easy to replace components, replace parts, and get you back in the air as soon as possible. This also has the nice, innovative, sort of unique, I would call it, I think it's a patented, actually, feature of the Fireball, which incorporates a motor that is part of the main shaft, eliminating the main gear, the motor pinion, and a lot of other parts. So it's extremely simple, really easy to build. Will be available end of August of this year, 2017, and at a price of $449. Comes with motor, ESC, blades, pretty much everything you need. You just need to add the servos and you're ready to fly. You can choose between this nice yellow color or the red and black color. I personally like the red, it's really cool.
So, since we're talking about the Mini Comet, I feel it's appropriate to talk about the Big Comet. This is the little brother to the Big Comet, which carries over basically all the same design features. Now this one's designed around speed and sport flying, when this can do more of 3D. But this costs $1,600, this costs $449. So let's pop the canopies and get inside. Alright, so we got the canopies off, we can take a closer look now. So this is the full-size Comet. It's a much larger machine. You need 12S to 14S minimum to fly it. A big ESC, bigger blades, but it's designed around speed and sport flying. So if you've loved the way it looks, the beautiful fuselage, everything, but you just don't want to have the big machine, the big expense, everything, you can get the Mini Comet. It's a lot cheaper. You can take it everywhere. It's a fraction of the cost. You only need a 6S 1050 to 1250 battery. It's got the same exact scheme. It's the same carbon fiber. You got all the way down to the black lines. Everything is the same. So if you want the nice look of the full-size Comet, but for a fraction of the cost, the Mini Comet's the way to go.
So we get a lot of questions as to what is the Mini Comet? What is the difference between Mini Comet and Fireball? As you guys know, SAB just released the Fireball a little bit over a month ago, I believe, and it's a really awesome machine. Same concept, 280 millimeter blades, but there are some big important differences. This is a crash everyday machine. Why? Because it's made out of plastic, very cheap and expensive parts. Booms are under $10, canopies are in the $13, $14 neighborhood. Blades are under 30. I mean, it's relatively inexpensive to crash this almost once a week, twice a week, and still not break bank. So great beater. This, on the other hand, even though it shares a lot of the same internals, it's a really nice machine. You really don't want to, I'm not saying don't crash it, we're all going to crash it, but it's really not the machine that you look to buy just for everyday practice. It's more of a nice machine you really want to show off, you want to enjoy, and you want to take care of. So let's take the canopies off and look at the main differences between the Fireball and the Mini Comet. So let's talk a little bit about the Fireball first, for all of you guys that are not familiar with it. Traditional Goblin design. So you have a frame, in this case plastic frame, two halves, they bolt together. You have your traditional landing gear. You have a traditional Goblin boom. This one's made out of plastic. Once again, very inexpensive, $9 or so. You have a traditional canopy. It's just a good old traditional Goblin design with the big boom, big tail belt inside the boom. Everything is very, I guess you could say modular, although it's really not. It's just your traditional helicopter. You crash, you break the boom, you buy a new boom, put it in. You crash, you break the canopy, buy a new canopy, put it in. So, good old Goblin concept, inexpensive, easy to crash, easy to repair, easy on your pocket. Now, let's take a look at the Mini Comet. Completely different concept. One single big carbon fiber fuselage, paint it, clear coat it, beautiful. It really is. One canopy that is designed to fit on this fuselage, and also obviously beautiful paint job, carbon fiber, very, very light. And this is not by any means the same concept as the Fireball, because the Mini Comet, as you can see again, is a single fuselage. All of this is just a one piece of carbon all the way up to the front. One big piece of carbon fiber. So when you look at it, the internals are very similar to the Fireball, because everything from this plate up, I call this the mother plate, it's the main plate. Everything, with the exception of the plate itself, but everything from the plate up, including your servo mounts, your servo layout, your swash plate, your main shaft, you know, everything in here, blade grips, everything is exactly the same as the Fireball. Then in the front, you have a separate plastic part that serves as the ESC mount and the battery holder, and it mounts onto this plate right here, the mother plate, the main plate. This entire assembly drops into this carbon fiber fuselage and bolts on by means of 4 big bolts right there. That's it. That's why I called it a modular design, because you remove these 4 bolts and your helicopter becomes this big module, and your carbon fiber fuselage can be replaced very easily. So, main differences, again, totally different helicopter, yet a lot of similar internals. If you have a Fireball and a Mini Comet and you have a crash in one or the other, you can share some of the parts. For example, main shaft, once again, is the same. The tail assembly is all exactly the same as the Fireball tail assembly, with the exception of the side plates. This uses carbon fiber side plates that mount onto this carbon fiber fuselage, whereas the Fireball has a traditional tail with a metal CNC aluminum plate on one side and a carbon fiber tail fin serving as the other plate here. So again, a lot of the parts can be interchanged, so it's very similar in a lot of ways, but very different in other ways. Lighter machine simply because of the carbon fiber fuselage, so it takes a little bit of weight away from the model. I think those are the main differences between Fireball and Mini Comet. So we're here in the backyard, BK Designs headquarters, my own home over there. So here's the red version of the Mini Comet. So we're gonna start with some low head speed flight. We'll make this brief. So, one of the cool things about this thing is if you have a larger battery, say you have a 1250 milliamp battery, this thing will go like upwards of 6 minutes. 6 minutes, maybe even 7. So I have like several different head speeds set up on this transmitter here. So that's my lower head speed, which I feel like I could go even lower if I wanted to just practice some basic flying skills like inverted hover. Maybe like you could practice like some basic like flips or like basic rolls, whatever you want to practice, that's fine. And I have a second head speed, a little bit more power. And you know, you could do some 3D with it. I'm just an old guy that can't do it like the Stacys of the world can, but you know, you can have fun with it. And then obviously you can go like crazy head speed, so you could do really hard smack with this. Or you could do like speed. Now, I don't have enough room to do a speed pass, but I don't know if our friend Camera Bobby can help, but I'm gonna try to do like a fast pass here. I mean, this thing will like rip. This thing will go like, God, I don't know, easy 80 miles per hour. So it's a really versatile machine, even though it takes, you know, it has this pretty fuselage and everything else, and some people might not want to take it to the extreme because they're afraid to crash it. It's a very versatile machine. You could do long flight time, sport flying, you could do practice maneuvers, you could do speed flight if you want to practice or hone in on your speed skills, or you can do really hard 3D. So let's change over to Mr. Stacy and show you what it's capable of when it comes to hard 3D.
Hey guys, Kyle here. We have the yellow Mini Comet. We're gonna do some 3D with it. Show you what we can do.
Yeah, the cameraman is having trouble.
Fucking fast.
Nice. Oh, tree.
It's a little on the slow side, not gonna lie.
Nice flight, dude.
Thank you.
So as you guys can see, great for low head speed, great for sport flying, great to learn new maneuvers, great to do some speed flying, and of course, Mr. Stacy, the one, Mr. Stacy, with a great flight. So check it out, Mini Comet. Any dealer in the United States, any dealer worldwide, and of course in the US, any dealer supported by SAB USA. So check us out, sabusa.com. Go check it out.